welcome, welcome, and how are you? Today, today we're gonna start something extremely different, very different. So, I'm looking for something different to do, new challenges, some different content. Everything's drying up, but it's a new year, it's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for my chessboard. Yes, I have decided after a whole life of being very uninterested in chess that now is the time to learn how to play chess. So, this is the start, the first episode of a run on series. Whether it's liked or not, I'm gonna keep making it because I wanna learn about chess and I want. It's important to know that I know nothing about chess. I'm a novice. I have no idea about chess. I know nothing about chess. I know absolutely nothing. When I was a kid, my older brother had one of those electronic chess boards, and they looked cool. He would never let me use it because, it was expensive and he didn't want it to break. Fair enough. I was just a kid. So, now, I thought, why not? So I've bought a board. I've bought a chessboard. Here we go, I've bought a chessboard. And we are going to learn how to play chess. We can start from the very beginning because I know nothing, like I said. I don't even know what some of these pieces are called. I'm unaware. So, we are going to read. I feel like this is the best place to start. The rules of chess. Now, this is just the basic instruction book that came with the chessboard. I feel like it's a good place to start. At some point, I'll probably get a more complicated book that tells us more about the game and in depth to have a better idea about it. But for now, I feel like this is the perfect place to start, to get to know these pieces, to get to know where they go and what they can do, where they can move. So, let's start, shall we? Topic 1. The game. Chess is a game for 2 players. It's a game for 2 players. Two players. I also have this pointer that I will be using just to make it a little easier. Just a point. And, just. So that will be making an appearance throughout the series. One player controls the white pieces. And the other player controls the black pieces. Traditionally, players start the game by shaking hands with their opponent. White always moves first, and then players take turns. White and then black, and then white, etc. Turns consist of moving a piece from one square to another square. A player may capture an opponent's piece by moving their piece to the square the opponent's piece occupies. In doing so, removing the opponent's piece and setting it on the side of the board. A player may never capture their own piece. The goal of the game is to checkmate an opponent's king. And we'll get to that point further on in the episode, I guess. Topic 2. The board. This is the board. As you can see, this is my board, my lovely board. It's wooden. It's made of wood. It's wood. It's lovely, isn't it? I love it. Can also play drafts on here or checkers. The game is far more easier than chess. Let's continue. The chessboard is a checkered board made up of 8 vertical columns. Vertical columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are called files, and 8 horizontal rows called ranks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This creates 64 squares, both light and dark. Every rank and file has a name: the A file, B file, C file, etc. The first rank, the second rank, etc. This gives every square a name listed by letter and number, e.g. B3, G5, H1, and D7. The chessboard must be set up so that both players have a white square on their right hand corner. Topic 3. The pieces. We're finally getting into it. There are 6 different types of chess pieces: a king, a queen, a rook. Let me put my pointer back, sorry. Let me just put that back. I don't want it to fall and cause a great big noise. Bishop, knight, and pawn. The chess set contains pieces of 2 different colors, one light and one dark, called white and black. The board is set up as shown. The white pieces begin on the first and second ranks, and the black pieces begin on the 7th and 8th ranks. The white queen begins on a light square, and the black queen begins on a dark square. Each piece has a relative point value based on its mobility. Understanding these point values allows a player to evaluate whether exchanging pieces is a good or bad idea. idea, not thing. However, point values have no direct impact on the result of a game. See topic 11 for how to win a chess game. Right, so I feel like we should set our pieces up. Let's set our pieces up, shall we? Let's start with the white pieces here on the board. And got our two rooks, what I call castles. And then we have our knights. I love that sound. Listen to this. I don't know if you've ever watched chess anywhere on YouTube but it is excellent ASMR. It really is. Alright, and then we need our bishops. Well done to me. And then our royals. And they look exactly the same. I would have thought the king and queen would look a little bit different, but okay. And then in the front we have our pawns like this. There we go. There we go, and then we have this fella. So let's put our pawns out first this time. Like this. Where's my other pawn? Yeah, there he is. Hiding behind the king. Hiding behind the king. Okay, that's a castle. I mean a rook. And then we have a knight. And then we have another knight. And we have a bishop. And then we have another bishop. And then we have our royals slap bang in the middle. And then we have that. Right. Now this is how we set up. That glare is always annoying to me. But, you know the deal. I'm stuck with it for now. Anyway, let's go to topic 4, shall we? Topic 4. They're a bit messed up, to be honest. Okay, topic 4. The king. Let me just get this. Our little pointer. We'll need it. Okay. Since the object of the game is to checkmate the king, it is the most important piece in the game of chess. The king moves 1 square in any direction. The king captures in the same way that it moves, moving the king 1 square to the square that the opponent's pieces occupies, and then removing the opponent's piece. The king may never move into or through danger, and the king may never be removed from the board. If a player makes a move that leaves or puts their king in danger, this is an illegal move. it must be taken back, and a legal move must be played. The white king begins the game on e1, and e1 is right here, right there. There is the white king. And the black king begins the game on e8. And there is the black king. There's the black king, e8, right there. Here we go. So, move on to the queen. The queen is the most powerful piece in the game of chess. The queen can move 1 to 7 squares in any direction. Up, down, left, right, or diagonally, until the queen reaches an obstruction or captures a piece. However, the queen cannot jump over pieces and can only capture one piece per turn. The white queen begins the game on d1, and this is d1 right here. And the black queen on d8, and this one here is d8 right here. The white queen and the black queen. The queen has a piece value of 9 points. Nine points. 9 points. Okay, who is next? Topic 6. The bishop. The bishop only moves diagonally. The bishop may move 1 to 7 squares in any diagonal direction. The bishop cannot jump over pieces and can only capture one piece per turn. Because the bishop moves diagonally, it may never move to a different color other than the one it starts on. Each player has a light squared bishop and a dark squared bishop. The white bishops begin on e1. No. The white bishops begin on c1 and f1. There's c1. There's f1. Right there. The black bishops begin on c8 and f8. c8, f8, c8, f8, and f8, c8, f8. No, it's c8, f8. I'm getting confused. c8, f8. The bishop has a piece value of 3 points. 3 points. Topic 7. The rook is castles. I call them castles. So it's a nicer name than rook. The rook, sometimes incorrectly called a castle by me. That's a bit of plastic, that. Plastic is really easy to come off these. I'm telling you. Super easy. And he knocked it on a bit of wood. Incorrectly called a castle by me, by me, by me, by me, by me, 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 me. Okay, carry on. Moves up, down, left, or right. 1 to 7 squares in any direction until the rook reaches an obstruction or captures a piece. The rook cannot jump over pieces and can only capture one piece per turn. The white rooks begin the game in the corners A1 and H1. A1, H1. The black rooks begin in the corners A8 and H8. The rook has a piece value of 5 points. 5 points. Okay, what's next? Topic 8. The knight. The knight moves in a direction described as an L. The knight from a starting square moves 2 squares up, down, left, or right, and then 1 square at a right angle forming an L. The knight is the only piece that may jump over other pieces, but only captures the piece of the square that he lands on, not the pieces he jumps over. The white knights begin the game on B1 and G1. B1, G1, B1, G1. The black knights begin on B8 and G8, B8 and G8, B8 and G8. Note, the knight has a value of 3 points. Note, every move the knight makes always changes the color of the square that it stands on. Topic 9. The pawn. The pawn moves directly forward, never backward or to the side. Pawns move exactly 1 square forward, though each pawn may advance 2 squares forward the first time it is moved. Pawns capture a piece that is 1 square diagonally forward. Though pawns normally cannot move diagonally, this is the only way they capture. Pawns are the only piece that capture differently than they move. The white pawns begin on the 2nd rank. Here they are, all in an orderly row, standing in front of their nobles and royals, cannon fodder for the elites. I'm joking, of course, but there they are. The unimportant pawns protecting the nobles and royals. I sense a revolution coming. And the black pawns begin on the 7th rank. And there they are, doing exactly the same job as their white counterparts, although they are told they are the enemy. They are the enemy. Enemy. The pawn has a piece value of 1 point. 1 point. Okay. Topic 10. Topic 10. Topic 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Topic 10. Pawns are the only pieces in a chessboard that may promote. Promotion occurs when the pawn reaches the opposite side of the board, first rank for black and 8th rank for white. In the same turn, the pawn is removed from the board and is replaced with an extra piece of the promoting player's choice. Queen, rook, bishop, or king, even if these pieces are already on the board. This concludes the player's turn. I feel like we still don't know what these are for. What's this for? What's this? What's this? What is this? Oops. Remember, I am a novice and I have no idea, so if you know what this is or what it's for, put it in the comments. Tell me. Listen, we all start somewhere, okay? That's the whole point of this, to learn something new. Okay, I think that is it for this first episode. We have learned the name of the pieces, except for these errant ones. We've learned where they sit on the board. We've learned how they can move and where they can move. We've learned their names. We've learned what's illegal and what isn't illegal. We've learned what can get us arrested. We've learned a lot about these pieces already, and it's only just the start. But this is an excellent place to end the first episode. So, until next time, take care. See ya.